Greetings, my fellow Martians. Today we are playing Surviving Mars. Yes, a game that did come out 6 months ago, but the brand new expansion has come out called Space Race, and it seems like they've improved a lot in the 6 months that I haven't been playing this game. I remember playing it for about a week or so straight, and then I have not played it since. So there was definitely quite some improvements that they needed to do in the game, and I think they've done all of them. There's quite a bit of, I guess, lack of content in the game. It was very time-gated, almost. So, let's have a look at what's brand new in the expansion. Now, the very first two things that we notice are 2 new civs. We're going to go with Brazil. They have a large supply pod, which is one of their new features. It's very, very useful as well. And Japan, well, there's lots of YouTubers playing as Japan, so I decided to go ahead and play as Brazil. Also, rare metals also cost quite a bit more, which is good, because that way we can sell them for a lot more of a profit. And I guess the research per soul is the same. Also, starting applicants is a lot lower as well on Japan, but I'm happy with Brazil. I'm going to go with City Mayor. Reason being is because I need all the help I can get. I can guarantee you I'm going to be quite rusty. But what I will do though is play on Gabriel Tech Variety. So that way there's no real chronological order. There still is a little bit, but they're for the most part randomized, which is quite useful, even though it's not like I remember the tech tree at all. And I'm pretty sure that's about it. Now there's 3 other rival colonies. I'm pretty sure that's going to be US, China, and Japan, of course, because we are Brazil. I'm going to go with pretty much what they've given us here. The transport, I'll keep that as well. I don't really like the orbital probes, to be honest. I mean, I could have one more and just get another drone. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best. I mean, I'm not really too much of a fan of the orbital drones because you're going to end up exploring the map anyway. Maybe there's definitely some gameplay differences there. I'm going to go with something a little bit easier with a lot of resources everywhere. Hopefully not too many dust storms though. I guess it's all evened out though, isn't it? Here we go. This actually seems really good. It's got a lot of metals and concrete. It doesn't really have too many problems apart from meteors. Maybe we will be... No, okay. Well, anyway, if anyone wants to play on this map, there you go. There's the coordinates, but let's go ahead and start it out. In these type of games, I don't really like the fact that there's random disasters. I just feel like it's kind of ruins all your hard work. And of course, there's lots and lots of disasters that end up coming around. It's not like it's very realistic. Anyways, I guess, well, can't really say I know how the Martian landscape would react. Anyway, so everyone at Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and unloading its precious cargo. Our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet, the drones and rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity by building the first Martian dome. The daunting endeavour will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, to settle on Mars and prove that the colony is sustainable. Alright, so of course we are playing as Brazil. I gotta say, I love the way this game looks too. So they've already discovered one sector for us, the one that they're pretty much going to recommend. So I'll take that and we'll go ahead and start exploring all the way around here. Probably shouldn't have gone up on this mountain, but that's alright. It's definitely a weird map though, that's for sure. So I'm going to place this. Let's have a look. Something like so, because I do want to have the most amount of usable terrain. But then again, it isn't like SimCity, this game, where you have to use all the terrain available to you. Of course, we are quite resource limited. Now these are the, oh wait, no, these are the orbital probes. If we come up over here, we've got the large supply pods, which we can send with supplies, which is quite useful. We actually don't need a rocket. We'll definitely go ahead and make use of that. So, first things first, I'm probably going to be playing this quite differently from the way most people play, that's for certain. But we need to get some electricity. I'm going to go with the large solar panels. Actually, no, that's not the first thing that we need to do. We need to go ahead and research. So Yeah, it definitely is randomized. You can't really count on what's going to come up. So we're going to go with, I guess, engineering. That's the tech tree that I want to focus on, and robotics. I feel like they help me out the most. Here are all our little drones. They're just going to sit here because I haven't really told them to do anything yet. But it's pretty amazing the way the game works. And here's the Brazilian spaceship. Alright, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and build a couple of solar panels, large ones at that. Actually, probably what would be a smarter thing is getting the shortcut. That's J. There we go. That's going to be more than enough for now. Now, all these little drones, they're coming to get metals because we need metals, 2.4. So we almost need 10 metal to build all these large solar panels. And this rock's got 20, so that's good. It's weird. So you can't really get metals from all these rocks. It's only the black ones that you can get it from. Alright, and this is concrete. So, now that we've done that, they'll get to work. Probably also what would be a nice idea is maybe building a Stirling generator, but that also requires maintenance in terms of polymers. And polymers you need to import unless you start making them, but you start making them a little bit further on in the game. Anyways, let's go with the concrete deposit. Now, rotate that this way. Doesn't really matter where you place it either, Tropico style. Actually, no, Tropico does matter where you build stuff, doesn't it? And then we need to connect these up to the power. Of course, that would make sense. Now, all of this, of course, takes metal, and it also takes machine parts to the concrete extractor, but that's alright. It's quite amazing, all these animations and how all these robots work. And these solar panels actually do track the sun. As you can see, they are moving. Looks very, very Martian, the game. Nice. Alright. Games these days look unbelievable. There's so many good games coming out. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten a early copy of Farming Simulator. That's something that I definitely want to get my mitts on. I'm sure most of you guys have probably seen videos of that out already. It's not the 20th yet, so it hasn't released for all of us plebs yet, unfortunately. Alright, so now that we've got that, what wouldn't hurt either is seeing if there are any rare metals. It doesn't seem like there's any around. What I will do though is use the orbital probe. Let's use
Sector
there.
scanned. Anomaly found.
And there, okay. Beautiful. So the rare metals, they are just within reach. That's great. That's great news. That's how you make your massive amounts of money. Okay. So that's good. I think I'm going to build another concrete extractor though. Just for now. Build her up like so, and of course we will connect it. Connect it up around this way. There we go. And what I probably will do as well is speed the game up a little bit. To be honest, when I play by myself, the game that is, I just play on the super fast mode, the fastest speed. Just because I feel like the game's so slow. I mean, it really is very, very slow, even on the fast mode. The one nice thing though is when you're playing at a slower speed is being able to see all these animations and all these robots. Just enjoy the game. Of course, the batteries also run out, so that's why you might see them glowing a little bit. The lights flashing on these little robots, these drones I guess. Alright, there we go. We're building the first concrete extractor, which is great. So that also means I'll probably start having to build the rare metals refinery, which slowly processes waste rock. So with the concrete, we produce waste rock as a byproduct. That's quite useful. And of course, there isn't enough power. That's something that I really need to get on top of. So we're going to go with the large wind turbines. Place it here. And that's going to be useful for nights, but also we can build a power accumulator, which I'll also build a couple of here. So that way we actually have battery storage and can save all of it up. So that's definitely working out quite well for us. Let's see, what else should we build? Definitely a sensor tower. So what the sensor tower does is, I'm not quite sure how many of you guys will end up knowing much about the game and how it works. So I'm thinking of explaining quite a bit of it. But the sensor tower just speeds up how fast we're able to explore all these grids. And also, it gives us an advanced warning in terms of like disasters that come around, like meteor showers and cold weather and all that stuff that we actually need to worry about. So it can have a negative effect. These guys want a dumping site, so I'll place one just up over here. But we don't really need that dumping site because you've got the rare metals refinery. Alright, also, another thing that we probably should get on top of is starting to get some people here. It's probably, I mean, it's a little bit early for that, I think, but what I also do need to build is a drone hub. So somewhere like here will be perfect, because ultimately this spaceship, that's going to end up leaving. We're going to send that back to Earth. And look at that, we actually found some concrete. Quite a bit of concrete here, wow. That's going to be useful. And we also have an anomaly here. Okay. So anomalies, we're going to have to get a rover to explore that, but we don't have the correct rover here, unfortunately. Looks like we don't have enough power either. There we go. Guess it was just at dawn that we ran out of power. So these guys now, because we are producing 9 surplus energy, we're going to be able to store some of it up. But we definitely need some more power though, that's for certain. Another good thing to do, especially right at the start, I feel, is outsourcing your science. So there's no real benefit in using, I guess, the huge amount, apart from, of course, you're able to smash out a lot more research quicker. I'm just going to go with this. So it's 200 extra research a day, which isn't too fast, which is good, because we definitely don't want to be wasting too much money at the start, even though we've got quite a bit at the moment. Alright, so let's go build another wind turbine. Unfortunately, I can't really rotate these wind turbines either. I wish you were able to, but it's alright. It's just an aesthetic thing, really. So I'm thinking of also using this concrete too. I'm not quite sure how much of it there is. It doesn't say how much there is here either. Like once you've already built the concrete extractor, it doesn't say how much of the deposit is in there. Oh, we also have an anomaly right over here. Okay.
Sector scanned.
And okay, so we're going to need to build a storage that's specific for concrete. And we'll just place it here. We'll place a couple of them. Okay, that's more than enough. How's our power doing? We're producing quite a bit, and we're storing 110 out of 200 at the moment. That should last us the night. And even then, just our large wind turbines are keeping us on the steady. So that's good too. So important, checking how this guy's going building. He's waiting for some more. Okay, some more rocks. Interesting. We've got quite a few deposits here of concrete that we're actually able to utilize. Unfortunately, this one not close enough, but very nice. Okay, so you know what? Let's go build another concrete extractor. Oh, where are we? Why is it telling me to build something on life support? There's nothing really I need to build at the moment. We'll start thinking of building that in just a few moments. What I need though is production concrete. There we go.
Sector scanned.
Alright, so we've got max capacity here. Maybe I should go ahead and build just another power accumulator or two. Might be a little bit overkill. That's alright. Got lots of stone here. So what we're going to have to do is make the most out of these underground rare metals. So that means we're going to have to start building domes. So I'm just going to build the very first dome. Even though it's unnecessary to be building it just yet. Let's find the best place to place it though. Yeah, I definitely think it'll be here. Yep. Alright. I don't know where else I could have placed it. But that'll do. I just love the terrain as well. Very mountainous. The game just told me it's too early to place a dome. I know exactly what I'm doing. At least for the most part. But of course, before we have people living in the dome, we need life-sustaining resources. So we need oxygen. And we also need to find a way to extract water or moisture from the air. So we're going to build a moxie. Sounds more like a drug, to be honest, but let's get that's there. That'll produce oxygen, and then we'll also connect that to an oxygen tank. And over here we've got the moisture evaporator, so it produces water from the atmosphere. So it doesn't really matter where you place that, because there are of course water deposits as well, which we can make the most of. Which, you know what, I think, should we or should we not?
Sector scanned.
Yeah, we should. Definitely. Just build this evaporator. And then with the evaporator, we need to build a water tower. Okay, so that's all just metal. And, oh, actually, we don't have any of it at the moment. So, what I could do is bring in the transport to gather these resources, and he'll do his thing. As we connect it. It takes quite a bit of time. You need to actually research something so he does it a little bit quicker. Also, we need to connect all these up with pipes, so something like so. It's probably quite redundant the way I've built this, but it'll do. And then we of course need to connect it all up to the dome. Is this not connected? Should be. Oh, it just needs to be connected to a water consumer, yeah, because this pipe definitely is connected. Look at evaporating that water, or the moisture from the air.
Sector scanned.
Alright. Now the domes of course take quite a while to build as well. Ooh, I actually need to get some more polymers here as well. Geez, we don't have many at all. Okay, so time to bring in. Let's go bring in the new large supply pod, and I'll go ahead and I need a explorer. Yep, to get the anomalies, and then we need quite a few polymers, and just machine parts as well. All right. Now, what I have noticed is that the supply pod travels a lot quicker than.
Incoming.
Oh, damn it! The spaceships. Jeez, that did not
Research
warn me
complete.
very long. So we're going to have to repair that. I think they will. This building has malfunction. Drones can repair it. Yeah, I think they automatically will repair it. I'm hoping that's the case anyway. Yeah. So this is what the sensor towers are good for. What else have we been finding here? Not much. I'm thinking of building another sensor tower, to be honest. Although I do know that, I'm pretty sure at least, that some civilizations or some sponsors, they don't have any costs of maintenance.
Sector scanned.
There's that there. And then he'll obviously need to be connected to some power as well, so I'll connect it from here. There we go. Yeah, the vehicles or the drones should definitely reach that. No worries there. Now this guy, he's connected or collected up a lot of the metals, so let's just try to get the drone's attention. Although it seems like they're doing their own job. This guy's collecting his own metal and depositing it there. Just unload it there. And let's bring this payload in right up over here. And we'll be able to see it come down. There we go. Pops off. And there's our delivery. Very nice. These are our Explorer, and here are the resources, the machine parts and the polymers that we need. So this Explorer, he's going to go ahead and explore the anomalies. How's this guy going? Yeah, we just need the polymers and that's it. So that's good. And we're doing quite well for power, even though we are losing it, because I've got so much of it stored up.
Scanned. Anomaly found.
Not a problem. Okay, so we're doing good. Should definitely be delivering more stored waste rock though, I think. Of course, this guy's been a bit offline though for a bit because of the comet.
Active research. Research complete. Anomaly analyzed. Milestone achieved.
So let's get some apartments. Apartments are pretty important. And let's go with the robotics. And I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Also, I'm thinking of outsourcing some more. So that's 5,000. Okay. Over 10 days, I think it was. So this guy, he's researched or found out whatever it was in the anomaly that he needed to know. So there's another anomaly here. Let's go scan that. And what we can also do is salvage the supply pod, which is quite useful because it'll give us a little bit more metal too. There we go. The dome is being constructed. I don't know why it's taking these guys so long. Let's just change the priority so they can do their things a little bit quicker. I think maybe my drones are just doing too much.
Anomaly analyzed.
I just need some more drones, I think. I think that's what the problem is. So what I need to start thinking of doing is, because look at this, the exports, we're starting to slowly build them up and they'll give us a lot of money once we start selling them off. I need to start thinking about refueling as well.
Sector scanned.
which requires power and water, which we are able to create both of. How's the water going? Water production and water demand. What's demanding the water? This is taking water, okay, even though if there's no one in there. Okay, cool. So what might be a good idea too is, let's have a think.
Resources are low.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to send in another supply pod. And this time, I'm going to get some drones. 8, okay, well that's all I can get, and then we're gonna have to get machine parts. I'll get some electronics, even though we don't really need too much. And I'll start bringing in some... Oh, should I bring in that? Yeah, I'll just bring in some food. Might as well, right? How are we doing for electricity? It seems like we're doing very well for electricity, to be honest. Now, this guy also needs to be connected to the piping system.
Research complete.
Just do it like so. There we go. Why isn't this guy working? He's not connected? Really? Must be very close.
Sector scanned.
There we go.
Anomaly found.
Now we found another anomaly. Not quite sure what this explorer has been finding. Couldn't have been anything good though, to be honest. Let's just keep scanning for all these anomalies. You know what? Let's get this one here first. Now, I remember back when the game first came out, these explorers all had battery limits and battery times, which was quite annoying. There was too much micromanagement. I'm glad they've changed that, that's for certain, because like if you had to send out your rover out quite far and then you lost battery power, oh, it was just a disaster. Trying to get him back. It's no fun. I saw these drones, I think, have moved on. It should say... Yeah, so I think this drone load means that they aren't all that busy. Like when it said drone load heavy, at least my understanding it was that they've got too much stuff to do and they're just not managing to keep up.
Breakthrough discovered.
Cool. Now breakthroughs, not brainthroughs, but a breakthrough is pretty important. What does this give us? Allows the construction of bio-robots in the drone assembler. Bio-robots eat and can gain traits, but can't reproduce and never die from old age. Wow. Very intense. So over here though, let's get that. And so drone hubs are constructed with 2 additional drones. And the maximum number of drones is increased by 80. That's pretty good. And can we outsource? We can. There we go. Oh, someone else beat us to finding water on Mars, I think. Jeez. Okay. Even though it doesn't really make all that much of a difference. Just a couple of internet points. Anyways, we are producing fuel, although I definitely need a bit more water, so let's go ahead and build. Where are we?
Resources are low.
What resource is low? I don't know.
Sector scanned.
Not quite sure which way I should build it here. Like so, I think. Let's go pipes. There we go. So that's good. These guys don't have enough water, but they will in a second or two. Now we're not able to feed this guy enough waste rock, unfortunately. That's definitely a bit of a surprise. Even with all 3 of our guys working hard here. Just not managing to keep up. But how's that spaceship doing? We've got we're getting there with the exports. I do want to just send off a full spaceship worth of exports. And we are, we are creating fuel. So just a waiting game, really. So, also, probably should slow things down just a little bit. And we definitely need some more power. So, I do have a Stirling generator. But that's also requires polymers. Polymers aren't all that hard to build once we can build them. But what I'm going to do is just keep on building these large wind turbines. Okay. I'll just keep exploring all of this slowly but surely and try to find where this guy is. There he is. So I can scan some more anomalies for us. Well, also, this guy isn't connected to power. Or I think they're just saying there's just not enough. Yeah, he's connected to power. There's just not enough power, I think. Yeah. That's alright, that'll change pretty quick. So let's go speed things back up. So just important just to keep track of all the oxygen that we're storing, and as well as all of the water. Can't really... Oh, actually you can tell. Nice. So a little gauge there. And how can we tell how much water we stored? I guess this little arrow. So we're storing as much as we possibly can. That's pretty good. Alright, so with that being said and done, we're producing power, which is great.
Anomaly analyzed.
Really need to be building this large wind turbine though. These accumulators aren't helping us out that much for the moment either.
There's more to the barren environs of the red planet than meets.
Alright, so here we go. Here we can build the low G hydrosynthesis, which allows us to build a fuel refinery as well as a polymer factory. That's going to be super useful. I'm going to actually get rid of this, and this, and actually I'm going to go with that way. There we go. Probes are cheap, and no, I don't really care about the probes, to be honest. But I wouldn't mind a moisture vaporator upgrade. That'll help out a lot. And I'm able also to outsource just a little amount of research. So that's also going to come in handy. Get things a little bit quicker. And very shortly I'm going to be able to start thinking about bringing people in. Into here. Okay, so I think they've got everything that they need though. They've got oxygen and water, more than enough. We're going to be producing quite a bit of electricity, especially when the sun comes out and these solar generators start working. So that's good. So yeah, I definitely think I need to start bringing people in. So what we're going to do is... Actually, maybe I should just...
Complete.
I don't know, should I send this guy back to Earth? How far? Okay, he's still quite a bit off. This guy supposedly produces 12 fuel a day. It's quite a bit. Also, what is this guy? The transport. You should take the electronics out, my friends. Okay. Yes, I'm going to wait until we research the advanced Martian engines, and then we're going to be able to send him off. Look at our thriving metropolis, very cool. So when I play at this angle, you don't really notice that these wind turbines are angled, to be honest. You just think they're flat. but or at least on a 90-degree angle. But it's actually tilted, very nice. And later on, you're also able to upgrade all of these solar panels, wind turbines, and pretty much everything you're able to upgrade. Just, of course, time-gated in that kind of sense, almost like a mobile game. Which seems to be more and more common these days. Okay. So it's definitely time to start thinking about bringing people in, I think. But then again, I probably need a bit more electricity, don't I? I would. What I could do, though, is actually end up building the Stirling generator. And that'll help us out a little bit. Maybe another wind turbine. That's just within range as well, thankfully. How's this guy doing? He's got... Okay, nice. He's got a nice amount of stored waste rock now, so it's not like he's running out of it. That's important. Okay, Russia's completing some milestones, or at least almost. That's right with me. We're producing a lot of electricity. Very nice. Okay, so that means what I'm going to do now is start focusing on bringing people in. So we are going to need these apartments. One set of apartments, as well as I mean, I really want a research lab, but I think that's a little bit early for that now. I just need people, really. And how much does this hold? 24. Yeah, that's more than enough. You know, actually, I probably should cancel this. There we go. So the resources are still there. What I much prefer, actually, instead of apartments, I'd rather get living quarters because it gives them a little bit more comfort as well.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
So I'm all about my people living comfortably, to be honest. Just need to figure out the perfect way to place it. Something like so. I'm going to leave one space open because there's a new thing that we're able to build, and those are... Where are they? Passages. So I'm pretty sure passages are fairly new, at least. They weren't around when the game first came out, I don't think. And you're actually able to connect all your domes together. I think they need to be within a certain distance, but it's still very, very useful. How's our map research going? Going quite well. So well, in fact, we're able to bring in the Explorer here. Okay, look at that. We've maxed out on stored power. Good stuff. Looks very nice with the light and all that. Alright, so this guy, he's able to jet off now because of the research has been complete, from 50 down to 30. Fuel needed. That's very useful. Incredibly useful. What we could do as well is also buy a rocket. But that costs 3 million. That's quite a bit. I'm not quite sure. You know what? I'm not sure if we should sell him or not. Just gotta wait. I think. Now, you know what? Let's buy a new rocket. Buy rockets, yes. Passenger rocket, and to be honest, this part of the game really confuses me. I mean, when the game first came out, I think a big problem was just these people really didn't matter, and you know, it didn't really make a difference who you brought in. And yeah, when you had like 200 or so people, it's just, of course, way too hard to keep track of. I'm not sure if it's changed now, but I do know it was a big problem. But I'm gonna go with just these 12 people. Launch that. So it's coming.
Anomaly analyzed.
We've just found the wreckage of Phobos 2. The old probe even had some new data for us to analyze.
Anomaly found.
Alright, so now we've found a bit more anomalies. Unfortunately, they're in this central bit, so I'm not quite sure how we get down there. I think we have to like set up a new base, unfortunately. Alright. We're doing well. Doing well so far. Gonna have people come in here. Alright, so with these people, we need to give them jobs and things to do. The first thing I'm going to do though is with the underground rare metals. So rare metals extractor, and this needs to be placed near a dome. That's perfect though. That doesn't require all that many people, I don't think. What I will build though is just some entertainment.
Resources are low.
What resources low? Probably machine parts and all. Let's go with an open air gym, as well as an infirmary. Of course, you're not able to work because you've got no people here, my friends. Doing very well for power. Producing more than enough.
Had found buried treasure the way our scientists were reacting. It was a sulfur-rich regolith.
Alright, focus on geochemical analysis. Helps out quite a bit because it reduces the cost of engineering text by 10%. That's going to come in handier in the later games, so I'm going to go with that. That'll definitely come in very handy. Let's just go back to research, have a closer look of what we are doing. Wouldn't mind getting drone hubs after this. Alright, can we outsource? Yes. Beautiful. What I also need are some more metals. You know what? So what we are going to do is get some more... No. That's like cheating. Although, you know what? We do need some polymers. Definitely need some polymers. Where's this transport guy? He's here. Mate, there's lots of metal here. Quit your complaining. Just get these guys to gather it. Probably what wouldn't hurt either is getting a storage, just a universal depot right in the center. Yeah, it seems like okay. We've got way too much concrete, so what I also need to build is a, no, not a universal depot, but a depot dedicated just to concrete. That'll help out greatly. Pretty sure I already did build that. Or is that just deja vu? Maybe so. Okay, so... where's this guy? He's found all the anomalies here. There's one right next to our base. Up over here. Shouldn't take him that long. So this spaceship is here, ready to land. So I'm just going to land it. Where would be a good place? Right over here. I think buildings do get damaged. I think. But I don't think it's all that much. You can actually, I'm pretty sure you can see that they do get dustier.